I'm being forcibly removed from the building again of a public lobby, so.
So if you want to take out that gun and badge, I'm happy to scrap with you one day. You want to do it, let's do it. Let me know, buddy.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Do you know where Lieutenant Mingus is right now? So no, he's not in the building?
I don't know. I'm not.
What do you know? I'm not telling you nothing else until I find out who's driving that vehicle. You not a supervisor, bro. I need somebody higher than you right now.
I didn't break the law. I'm not going to be found guilty of anything. This is a waste of time. If you guys want to know who I am, I'll tell you who I am. Okay. You want to know what I'm doing here? I'll tell you what I'm doing here.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me in my face right now! She spit in my face!
Today's video takes us to the Bronx, New York, where we find a frauditor who is married with 3 small children out filming in the middle of the night. Why isn't he at home taking care of his kids? Who knows? But at any rate, sit back, watch, and enjoy!
It's your boy Good Guy Audits. We here in the Bronx.
A few moments later.
Alright, so here we have this idiot hanging out in the Bronx in the middle of the night recording the Administration for Children's Services. What happened, big boy? Did your children get taken away from you because you don't pay enough attention to your kids because you're out there frauding all the time while your wife works trying to hold the family together? Be a man. Get a job. Oh, that's right. You can't get a job.
Aren't you breaking your policy?
No, I'm not. You're breaking
You are, though.
But why are you doing this?
You're not supposed to be recording me.
Why are you doing this? You're not supposed to be recorded in here. No,
What's your name? Says who? And she's covering her name, too. What's your name?
Come inside.
What's your name?
Come inside. This is so weird. Excuse me, what are you doing? Hello, what are you doing? Hello.
What's your name, ma'am?
What are you doing? What are you doing? Hello, what are you doing? Hello, what are you doing?
I don't talk to machines. I talk to people. Don't tell me what to do. Thank you.
That's a fairly large man giving you the evil eye, Frauditor. I'd think twice about getting smart with him. I think I'd just go ahead and pack it up for the night. Of course, I have common sense. I wouldn't be out there in the first place. But you, I guess you need a few extra dollars because remember, you're unemployable, aren't you, sweetheart?
You need to stop recording. It's unprofessional.
Mind your business. She literally. I want to speak to a supervisor. Can you bring a supervisor out here?
Hello, what are you doing?
I just told you. Yo, they're losing their minds. This guy's playing it cool. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm minding my business. What are you doing?
This is our Frauditor behind the camera. He's illiterate. He's completely illiterate. He doesn't know how to spell his own name. Look at him. He's got 3 kids and a wife. Man, why aren't you at home with your kids and your wife? It's the middle of the night. What's wrong with you, Frauditor?
Sir, excuse me. This is a secure detention facility. Okay?
What's your name?
You can't be recording inside this facility.
What's
sir.
your name?
You have to go across the street. Don't tell me
Alright.
you gotta
I don't have to do shit. I'm on a public sidewalk. I don't know who you thought you are.
Sir.
I don't even know your name or your badge number. Why are you talking to me?
My badge is right here, sir.
What's your name and your badge number?
My badge is right here, sir.
Okay. How can I help you? What do you want?
You cannot be recording
Says
inside
who?
the facility.
Says who?
Says the law.
What law is that?
This is a secure
What law is that?
This is a secure
Okay,
facility,
I'm on the sidewalk.
Alright?
Alright? I don't give a fuck. I'm on the sidewalk. I don't care. Whatever I can see from public, I can record. It's called the First Amendment. If you don't like it, go to North Korea. This is America. I have freedom. This is a constitutionally protected activity. That means it's protected. You know what the Constitution of America is?
There's also the right to privacy.
There's no privacy in public.
This is not
There's
public.
no private. I'm in public.
You cannot
That means
record
whatever I can
inside
see from public, I can record.
Sir.
Learn the law.
Sir.
Whatever I can see from public, I can record. I don't feel like talking. I'm working on a story. Don't tell me what I can and can't do.
Oh, David is getting really upset tonight. Usually I can't hear what he says because he mumbles. I always have to increase the audio level. But tonight I cut the audio level in half because he's yelling so much. Calm down, David. Your blood pressure's going to go up, sonny boy. Ah, poor thing.
I'm going to continue to. Learn the law. Or get your supervisor. Speak to your supervisor. I don't care what it is. I'm on a public sidewalk.
3 feet out is
I don't care.
Is public. All right, 3 feet out is public. Public property. All right.
Now what?
That's fine.
All right. Mind your fucking business. All this right here is public property.
No.
There's no 3 feet. There's no none of that. There's no none of that. There's no none of that. So you saying people can't walk right here? You saying the public can't walk right here? So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You don't like that I'm recording? There's no transparency? Who you work for? You work for me, right?
No, we don't. We work for the city of New York, sir.
Where am I? Am I not a resident of the city of New York? That means you work for me. You're a public servant, right? So go back to work. Thank you. None of y'all you don't want to identify yourself. Ask to speak to a supervisor. Get your supervisor. Go ask your supervisor. Speak. Nah, I don't go. He could come talk to me. That's called professional.
I haven't liked this Frauditor since day one. I've been watching his channel almost since he came online, and I just don't like him. Of course, the feeling's mutual. He doesn't like me either. Yeah, he sent me an email once. The poor lad is butthurt. Perhaps he needs some of Dr. Day's butthurt cream. Maybe I'll send him a jar or 2.
You're the one with the issue. I'm not the one with the issue. I didn't come up to you. You came up to me. I'm minding my business. Do I need a reason why? Do I need a reason to exercise my rights? No, I'm good. Am I free to go?
You're not detained, sir.
So that means I'm free to stay.
You're not detained.
That means I'm free to stay.
3 feet out, sir. 3 feet out.
This is the sidewalk.
3 feet out. 3 feet out from the face of any building.
That's your supervisor all the way over there, right? Okay.
3 feet out, sir.
There's no 3 feet.
Yes, 3 feet
So you mean to tell me I can't stand right here?
As long as you're 3 feet out from the face of the building.
I can't. Everybody that walks on this sidewalk has to walk 3 feet away from this building. That's what you're telling me?
3 feet out.
Is that what you're telling me?
If you want to record.
This is public property.
Go to the main gate. Go to the gate real quick.
Y'all bugging. Y'all tyrannical. Like if you was nice, hey sir, how can I help you? You don't need help? Okay, have a nice night. Not yo, you can't do that. Knowing first of all, knowing I'm recording.
What are you filming for? May I ask?
I can't recall who the first Frauditor was to use that free to go, free to stay, but it was hilarious the first time I heard it. I had to play it back. I said, wait a minute, what the hell did you just say? Yeah, I tell you, man, These guys, they come up with the stupidest stuff, and they make it seem logical. Only in a frauditor's mind would something like that be logical. Am I detained? No. Well, then I'm free to stay. Right.
Do I need a reason? You can ask me whatever you want.
Asking you what you say from a documentary.
Yeah.
What type of documentary is it?
I don't really want to go into it because then it'll mess up the story. You know what I mean?
I'm just asking the question. That's all.
You can ask whatever you want. It's called freedom of speech. It's covered under the First Amendment, which is this.
No, I'm not even challenging none
I'm
of that.
I'm having a conversation with you. This is covered under the First Amendment too. It's called freedom of press.
But listen to my conversation. My conversation was asking you what you was.
No, I heard you and I answered you.
Challenging you. I'm not.
I didn't say you was, sir.
So,
I'm having a conversation with you just like you conversing with me.
It might be something interesting.
Yeah, you'll probably see it.
Some of the children.
You'll probably see it.
That's why I'm asking you.
You'll probably see it. You wanna know? You wanna know what I'm working on? What my story is?
You might be working
On how I. Nah, it could be that too. Cause if y'all treating me like this, imagine how you treat the kids.
Frauditor, are you concerned about the children inside this facility? Why don't you go home and take care of your own 3 children and your wife? Your poor wife. She has the only one that has a job and supporting the family. Or do you get some money from the dole? What kind of a man are you? Take care of your family.
You the supervisor, sir? Sir, are you a supervisor? Excuse me. Are you a supervisor? I see you guys. You has to be good. I'm the public. Can I speak to you now? No? Did you educate them?
Educate who?
On the First Amendment? The people that approached me, made contact? They didn't want to give their names, they didn't want to identify themselves.
Over here, this is a secure facility, right?
I'm on the sidewalk though.
I get you, and I'm gonna ask you to leave because you disrupted.
I'm not
this
disrupting.
facility,
I'm not
right?
disrupting
So
anything.
what it is,
You
I'm
can't turn
asking
the
you to leave.
constitutionally protected activity into a crime.
I get you.
You can't turn the First Amendment into a crime.
I get you.
So what crime am I committing that you're asking me to leave? Okay, I know my rights, sir. So.
Matter of fact, I'm just acting as a person to stop talking to me.
Why? You know what freedom of speech is, right? You told me to come talk to you. Now I'm talking to you. Now you don't want to talk to me?
Tell you to come talk to me.
You said, tell him come over here.
I wasn't talking to you.
I was just hoping, because you're a supervisor, I hope that maybe you can inform them that the citizens have the right to record in public.
So let me get this straight, David. It's more important for you to come out here in the Bronx in the middle of the night and record in public than it is for you to stay at home and take care of your wife and kids. Is that what you're telling us, David? Speak up now. Don't stutter.
Which is what I'm doing. It's a constitutionally protected activity. That's it.
You done?
Nah.
No, you're not done. All right, keep going.
You know what freedom is, right? You know I have the right to. I'm free. This isn't North Korea. I'm free. That means I can stay in here. I can say whatever I want.
Why are you still talking to me?
Because I have the right to. You know what that is, right? Freedom of speech. Okay. Have a great night. Thank you. That's crazy. I can't imagine how y'all treat the kids in there if that's how y'all treat me. I can record whatever I can see from public. I'm on the sidewalk.
I copy. I got you. What I'm saying is
yeah,
you
well,
can't record in front of this building.
What law is that?
That's my law.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to be intimidated by you?
No, not at all.
I'm a free American citizen. I'm on the sidewalk.
I want to know where this term free American citizen came from. Everybody who lives in America is free, and we have been since the end of the Civil War. So I don't understand, what is he babbling about? Perhaps he hasn't read the book, How to Be a Successful Frauditor for Dummies, because he is a dummy.
I'm glad.
So why are you trying to boss me around?
I'm not. I'm telling you what you can't do.
You don't respect the public that you work for?
Okay.
I'm not bothering anybody. I'm standing here. I'm nicely. I'm respectful.
Record any way you want. You cannot record in this front entrance.
I thought you didn't want to talk no more. So why you approach me talking to me?
Eventually I'm gonna stop talking. That's all right.
That's fine. Have a good night. I thought we ended the conversation over there. I'm peacefully exercising my rights. I didn't say nothing to nobody. Peacefully exercising my rights. Come on now. The police are going to tell you he has a First Amendment right to record from the public sidewalk. You're gonna be wasting resources. Just leave me alone, bro. I'm not bothering nobody. Okay. Trespassing on public property? I'm trespassing. Who funds the city? The people. What you talking about? I was gonna leave, but if you call the police, I'll stay.
The buffoon is confused once again. Should he stay or should he go? Yeah, man, I tell you what, if somebody told me that they were going to call the police, I would go. But see, I have common sense. Of course, I wouldn't do anything in the first place for somebody to call the police on me. Yeah, well, we're talking about frauditors. They're a whole different breed altogether.
Sergeant, I was leaving, but if you call the police, I'll stick around, because I don't commit crimes. That's like saying, when you walk past this house, this facility, don't look at it. Me looking and recording is the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Me looking and drawing, I can stand here and draw what I can see. Is that trespassing? You can't trespass my eyes. I'm on a public sidewalk. You understand? It's called the First Amendment. I was respectful the whole time until they came up to me mad crazy. Like, bro, like, be professional. You're at work. You work for the city. And I'm recording. All right, so why not be on your best behavior when dealing with the public? Come on, bro. It's not that deep. Somebody's exercising their rights on the sidewalk. All you have to do is say, yo, he's recording. Just watch him. That's it. Just make sure he doesn't break the law. That's it. Not create laws and you got to de-escalate. You know what de-escalating is, right?
How can you de-escalate when you have something like this staring you down with a camera in the middle of the night, no less? Man, Frauditor, I tell you, you're not making that much money on your YouTube channel. You're not. Find something else more productive to do in life. Well, now, finally, the police arrive. Let's see what they have to say about all this.
Eventually.
Can you let them know that I'm on a public sidewalk? And that whatever I can see from public, I can record. It's called the First Amendment. I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. Whatever I can, just like you can look inside people's cars when you put them over, it's called the clear view doctrine. Whatever I can see from the public sidewalk, I can record. It's not you can't trespass my eyes. You can't trespass my camera. And you cannot turn photography, listen, hear me out. You cannot turn photography into a crime. I'm standing on the public sidewalk, recording whatever I can see from the public sidewalk. If they don't like it, that's where you come in, because you swore an oath to protect my rights and educate them. Listen, he's on the public sidewalk. He's not committing any crimes.
Okay, this is a public sidewalk, but
right.
You're recording this.
I can record whatever I can see from public. It's called the First Amendment. So what law am I breaking by recording from the public sidewalk? I'm on the sidewalk, though.
I'm not saying you're not on the sidewalk.
So what law am I breaking?
Sir, I'm not saying you're not.
What law am I breaking?
All I'm saying is, you cannot record this facility because there's people walking in and out, so they're already.
That's fine. I'm in public.
Maybe we should enact legislation so frauditors aren't permitted to be in public. What would you think about that, you stupid moron?
They're in public.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not.
So what do you? I don't understand what you're saying. What law am I? The question is, what law am I breaking by filming from the public sidewalk? Ma'am, can you answer me? If you don't want the public to look inside there, close the gate. Close the gate. Bobby, I'm on the public side. Whatever I can see.
This is not a public sidewalk.
Can I speak to your supervisor?
Yeah.
Because you obviously don't understand.
First of all, he's a supervisor right now.
He's not a law enforcement officer.
He is so. He is so.
He's a corrections department.
He's a law.
A peace officer, not a law enforcement officer. He's a peace officer.
Sir, that's a law enforcement.
So do you know what the clear view doctrine is? You know what the First Amendment is?
Do you know?
I'm asking you. Obviously, I know I'm exercising it. Why don't you just educate them? Say, listen, he's on the sidewalk.
David reminds me of a small child. He's just going to sit here and whine and cry until he gets his own way. He's going to have a temper tantrum. Yeah, sometimes he doesn't get his own way. Let's see what happens here in the end of this.
First of all, I was standing right here. He told me to come look at the... Why not? What law is that?
That's the law they're saying.
What law is that? What law is that?
What do you mean what law?
What law am I breaking? Keep it simple. What law am I breaking?
That law that you can't be.
What law is that? State it. State the law. Am I being detained?
Nobody's telling you.
That means I'm free to stay. That means I'm free to stay. That means I'm free to stay.
Then keep walking.
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay.
Then keep walking.
I'm free to stay.
It's not saying you're not.
You just said I'm free to go. I'm not being detained.
You're free, okay? You're not allowed
I'm
to
free to
record.
exercise my
That's not
rights
it.
too. Yes, I can.
cannot-
Call your supervisor because you don't know what you're talking about. So close the gate. That's like saying I can't look.
I'm not saying you cannot look.
Me looking and recording is lo mismo. It's the same thing.
Another thing is that you're looking.
Are you a supervisor? Can I speak to you for a second? How are you? Can I speak to you for a second?
Right now, let me speak to my officer first. Brother, right? I'm just here because...
They don't even have their body cams on. They're making contact with the public.
What's up?
They don't have their body cams on. They're making contact with the public.
This Frauditor reminds me of a 2-year-old child. Yeah, a tattletale. Yeah, oh, little Janie did this. Or, oh, little Johnny did that. What? You're always running to your mama and telling on your brothers and sisters? Shut your mouth.
Of course. Isn't that why we pay for them? So, you know what the First Amendment is, right?
Absolutely.
So why are they trying to violate my rights?
Who's trying to violate your rights?
These officers, these correction departments talking about I can't film because I'm on the sidewalk.
You was inside or you was outside?
Never inside. I'm not. Come on now.
We're gonna work things out.
I'm on the sidewalk.
We're gonna figure things out, right?
Then until he crosses the threshold of the building, he can stand in front of it unless there's a car coming through.
And I will move out the way gladly. I don't commit crimes.
All right, thank you, boss. Go ahead, keep doing.
No, I want to hear what he's saying. So can you educate them, please? Because you've been on the force for a while.
Listen, but at the end of the day,
What's wrong with me exercising my rights on the public sidewalk? What crime is that? You guys swore oath to protect my rights. So why are they trying to violate my rights? You're in a position of supervision.
first of all, their corrections, they're not part of
I'm talking about your office that's enforcing their feelings and not enforcing the law.
They have a feeling that if you're in front of the walkway or the driveway, maybe you will at one point refuse to move.
I will never do that. They never asked.
They know that.
I will never do. They're saying I can't film what I can see.
Notice how none of these frauditors want to take a trip to our nation's capital and record the buildings there. Well, there's a good reason for that. We did have one idiot who tried to record the government buildings in Washington, D.C. He didn't last very long, and he hasn't uploaded anything for a couple years. But Frauditor, why don't you take a trip to the Treasury Department? That's public property. Go for it, man. See what happens.
If you don't want the public to look, fuck filming.
All right, so
then close the gate.
Well, the gates are saying it's a malfunction.
Oh.
That's fine with that. The only thing that if I would say on your behalf, you could maybe say on the threshold of the driveway.
If somebody was coming out, officer, I'll definitely move out the way. They're not responsible for my safety. I'm responsible for my safety, respectfully.
You know how this city is.
Yeah.
You do something wrong, I hit you.
You know what it is?
Me, right?
No, you know what it is? They don't like that I'm exercising my rights. What's wrong with that? Honestly, make them look good. Come on.
I can only instruct my officers because they fall under me. Corrections does not fall under me.
I'm not worrying about the corrections. I'm talking about the PD.
Yeah, I'll talk to them.
Yeah, tell them to respect the oath that they took.
But I gotta ask you. I'm not involved in this thing. Obviously, if you cross this threshold of this building,
Why would I do that? That's trespassing. That's a secure facility.
so now we're both on the same
I know what I
page.
can and can't do.
That's it.
I do this for a living.
Well, good folks, on that note, we're going to leave it alone. That's what he does for a living. The video does continue for about another 7 minutes while he continues to banter about with the security guards and the police. And then he walks down the street talking to himself. He's a real buffoon. He's a buffoon. But at any rate, if you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers to that.